welcome to Sparklers everyone. A really big hello from me and hello from Brownie. Let's get ourselves warmed up by singing our Welcome to Sparklers song. So let's see your hands, let's give them a good wave and we're ready to go. Hello, hello and welcome to Sparklers and welcome to Sparklers today. Hello, hello and welcome to Sparklers and welcome to Sparklers today. Shall we go really fast? Hello, hello and welcome to Sparklers and welcome to Sparklers today. Hello, hello and welcome to Sparklers and welcome to Sparklers today. And I think we'd better go slow now, hadn't we? Hello, hello and welcome to Sparklers and welcome to Sparklers today. Hello, hello and welcome to Sparklers and welcome to Sparklers today. Shall we sing it loud? Hello, hello and welcome to Sparklers and welcome to Sparklers today. Hello, hello and welcome to Sparklers and welcome to Sparklers today. And let's sing it really quietly now. Hello, hello and welcome to Sparklers and welcome to Sparklers today. Hello, hello and welcome to Sparklers and welcome to Sparklers today. Well, welcome to Sparklers everyone. I'm so pleased that you could join me and Brownie today. But oh dear Brownie, can you see what Brownie's got on his head? What has happened to you? Do you think Brownie might have had a bit of an accident? Shall we find out? What's happened, Brownie? Oh no, oh you poor bear. Brownie fell down the stairs and he hurt his head. That's why he's got some plasters on his head. I wonder, has anyone else ever had an accident like that? Now, Brownie, did you go to the doctors? Brownie's mum took him to the doctors. She must have been really worried, mustn't she? And do you know what? That actually makes me think of today's true story from the Bible. Because it's about a man whose son was really poorly. And that man, he was a bit worried too. He was very worried, in fact. And we're going to hear the story in a minute. But maybe to cheer you up, Brownie, because you've hurt your head, we could do a little game first. So I have actually got a little bit of a quiz for you. I'm going to show you some pictures of some children. And I wonder if you can tell me what's the matter with the children, what's wrong with them? What do you think? It looks like a broken leg, doesn't it? I think that's a headache. That boy's got chicken pox. I think he's got a bit of a cold. Ooh, that looks like a poorly tummy. That one's a high temperature. Well, a big well done if you got all of those right. We're going to go to our Bible story now about the man's son who was really ill. And this story is taken from John's account of Jesus' life. An important man had a very sick son. He heard that Jesus was in the next town and went to ask him to come and see his son and make him well. Jesus, my boy is very sick. Please come to my house and do a miracle. If you come to see him, you can make my boy better before it's too late, cried the man. Jesus said, "Go back home. Your son is well again. I don't need to come to your house. Just believe what I say." It was 1 o'clock in the afternoon when Jesus said that. The man hurried home. He believed that Jesus really had made his son better, and that what Jesus told him was true. When he got to his house, he saw his son waiting at the door. He was not sick anymore. The The man was so happy to see his boy. "What time did my son get better?" he asked the servants. They said it was 1 o'clock when he started feeling all right. He got out of his bed and felt completely well. The man was so happy. He believed in Jesus with all his heart, and he told everyone how Jesus had made his son well without even coming to see him. Well, what do you think of that, Brownie? Brownie says it was cool that Jesus made the boy better and he wasn't even there. It would be like one of our little sparklers at home, telling Brownie to get better, and his head is suddenly completely better even though you're really far away. And do you know why Jesus could do that, Brownie? It's because Jesus is God. He made that little boy, and so of course he could make him better when he was sick. Shall we see if we can remember all the stories of Jesus that we've heard so far on Sparklers at Home? So we've heard about 3 miracles, that's amazing things that Jesus did. And I've got a box with some props in to help you remember them. What do you reckon, Brownie? Oh, Brownie thinks he's going to be really good at this. Shall we find out? Okay, so let's have a look at my first prop to remember the first miracle that Jesus did. Ooh, what's this? It's a bottle of wine. Can you remember the miracle? Ooh, Brownie says, did Jesus bring a bottle of wine to a wedding? Now, you're kind of half right, but he's not really got the whole story there. I wonder if you at home can remember. Can you remember when Jesus went to the wedding and the wine ran out? And so Jesus turned some water into wine. And it wasn't just one bottle, it was loads. It was about 800 bottles of wine that Jesus made. So that's the first story of Jesus that we heard. And okay, this is my next prop. And can you see it's all a bit floppy, Brownie? And then I'm going to do this to help us remember what happened in the story. So it's not floppy anymore, is it? Can we remember this story, Brownie? What do you think? No, Jesus didn't do some washing up. I wonder if you at home can remember what Jesus did to the man's hand. Do you remember that there was a man whose hand, it was very small and withered and he couldn't use it, and Jesus healed it? Even though it was a Saturday, even though it was that special day, Jesus loved the man more than he loved the rules, so he healed his hand. And then I do hope you can remember this one, Brownie. So to help us remember today's story, I've got a map and a first aid kit. Can you tell me what Jesus did? That's right, Jesus healed the boy, even though they were really far away on the map. Jesus did it just by speaking. Brilliant, well remembered, and I'm sure you remembered some of those at home, so well done to you at home as well. I think it's time for us to do a craft together now. So this one's going to be a bit of fun because it's going to involve a little bit of food and icing and delicious things. So hopefully you'll have the bits at home to do this, and you can have a go with an adult's help. For our craft today, we are going to be making some clock biscuits. So if you have a look at what I've done, probably we can't tell the time, but I'm sure your adult can tell you this clock says 1 o'clock. And that's because in our story from the Bible, we heard that Jesus said at 1 o'clock that the man's son would be healed. And as he got home and asked the servants what time his son got better, it was at exactly 1 o'clock that Jesus healed him. So hopefully this little clock biscuit will help us to remember the story, although I don't expect them to last for long because I'm sure we will want to eat them as well. For this craft, you are going to need, first of all, a round biscuit. So I've gone for a digestive, but a rich tea or anything similar will also work. It just needs to be round and flat. You're also going to need a little bit of icing, which you can just make up with icing sugar and water. Just don't add too much water or it goes super runny. So we want it runny enough to spread, but not too runny. We're also going to need some kind of sort of small balls or sprinkles, which are going to make the points of the clock. And last of all, you're going to need something to make the hands with. So I've gone for a little bit of a green icing, which I'm going to just roll and make the hands of the clock with. Or you could even use some strawberry laces or anything you can think of. You could even use some more sprinkles if you wanted to. So let's go for it. So first job is we're going to put a little bit of icing on our biscuit to make a nice sort of icing base. Spread it out all the way to the edges, I reckon. Okay. That is looking tasty. So let's pop that down. And now I'm going to put the points on my clock. So we're going to need 12 of those. So you can just pop your balls on around the edge. If you try and spread them out evenly, that's good, but don't worry if not. I do realise it's like 2- and 3-year-olds making these, so I'm not expecting them to look very lifelike. Okay, I've got the points of my clock on, and the last thing I need to do is make the hands to go on the clock. So we're just going to need a really little bit of icing for this, and I'm going to roll it between my hands until it's nice and thin and long, a bit like a sausage, very thin sausage. And then let's break it in half. And we're going to try and make the time of 1 o'clock with this. So I'm going to have one hand pointing up to my 12. And I'm going to have one hand pointing to 1. If you remember from the story, that was the time when Jesus told the man that his son would be well, and he got home and he discovered that at exactly 1 o'clock, when the clock was showing 1 o'clock, his son had got better because Jesus had healed him. I think it's time for some singing, so let's see what we're going to sing today. 3 little ducks. 3 little ducks went swimming one day over the hills and far away. Mummy duck said quack, 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 but only 2 little ducks came back. 2 little ducks went swimming one day over the hills and far away. Mummy duck said quack, 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 but only 1 little duck came back. 1 little duck went swimming one day over the hills and far away. Mummy duck said quack, 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 but no little ducks went swimming back. Daddy duck went swimming one day over the hills and far away. Daddy duck said quack, 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 but 1, 2, 3 little ducks came swimming back. Oh dear, I am not very good at the actions to that one, am I? I'm sure you did much better than me at home. Let's see what we're going to sing next. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and he holds us in his hands. He's higher than a skyscraper, and he's deeper than a submarine. He's wider than the universe and beyond my wildest dreams. And he's known me and he's loved me since before the world began. How wonderful to be a part of God's amazing plan. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and he holds us in his hands. Twinkle, twinkle, let's sing it together. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Sleeping bunnies! Right, I'm going to join in with this one, I think. Let's all lie down on the floor. Brownie's going to join in too. Okay, let's go. See the little bunnies sleeping till it's nearly noon. Shall I go and wake them with a merry tune? Oh, so still are they ill? Wake up soon. Wake up, little bunnies! And hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop. Oh, brilliant! Well done, little bunnies at home. Well, thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to send me any pictures of you making your craft or doing sparklers at home, I would love to see them. And with your parents' permission, I could even include them on our next Sparklers at Home video. So do think about sending some of those in. Let's finish today by going round the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush on a cold and frosty morning. This is the way we brush our hair, brush our hair, brush our hair. This is the way we brush our hair on a cold and frosty morning. Here we go round the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush on a cold and frosty morning. This is the way we brush our teeth, brush our teeth, brush our teeth. This is the way we brush our teeth on a cold and frosty morning. Here we go round the mulberry bush, mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush on a cold and frosty morning. This is the way we walk to sparklers, walk to sparklers, walk to sparklers. This is the way we walk to sparklers on a cold and frosty morning. Here we go round the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush on a cold and frosty morning. This is the way we wave bye-bye, wave bye-bye, wave bye-bye. This is the way we wave bye-bye on a cold and frosty morning. Bye everyone, see you next week.